You're about to listen to the Weird with a Side of Bacon podcast. We cover weird things, but part of that may include adult themes and content. We'll be talking about things like butts and boobs, and there will be swearing. It's kind of what we do. If there are any kids in the car, you may want to change the channel. Thanks, and enjoy. Hey, sweetie, what can I get for you?
Do you have any of today's specials left?
The weird? Oh yeah, we got lots of weird.
And can I get that with bacon?
Sure, weird with a side of bacon, coming up. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 24 of the Weird with a Side of Bacon podcast.
Yeah. 24, yeah.
Woo! I am one of your hosts, Trevor, and I cover weird history and weird facts. Next in the weird pile, it would be Misty. Misty, what do you do?
I cover crazy news articles.
And
Sometimes not as crazy, but you know.
crazy enough. And then Stephanie, what weirdness do you cover?
Social media aspects. Yeah.
Aspects, thoughts,
Social media stories.
memoirs,
Poopers.
Showers,
Showers.
whatevs.
You know, they're all out
Poopy
there.
in the shower.
Right.
Oopsie. I did a poopsie.
So this is the podcast where we cover all things weird we're able to find out there in the wide world. And we don't have any personal weird stories today, so we're going to get into the content. But again, always starting with telling people about the bacon rating, because we get new listeners every episode. The bacon rating is a system we use at the end of every article that we each present. We talk about how weird it is. 1, meaning you're not weird, and I don't know why you're here. 4, meaning you're weird, and you're our kind of peeps. And you can add crispy if it needs a little extra beyond a 4, or if it's the upper dupper, super duper, scuba dubba booper, weirdness. It is a BLT.
That was fancy.
Thank you. I might have made
fancy description.
I
Is
might
he
have
looking
made
for
some
a
of those
BLT for himself or his introduction? I'm not sure how that works.
Oh, yes. How do I rate as a weirdness?
A 1.
1.
Ugh. Thanks
I mean,
for,
in general, you're weird, but
thanks for
yeah.
allowing me to be on your show, guys.
You're welcome.
Well, let's get into it. And today we start with Stephanie. Stephanie, be weird.
I'm always weird.
All
That's why
right.
we do this.
Yes, that's true.
So I have a Reddit story, of course, from the subreddit coworker stories.
There's a whole Reddit subreddit about coworkers.
Mhm.
Oh, that sounds like some gold for this podcast.
The title of the story is "She Quit Because of Pizza."
They never get what she likes on the pizza, and it's just mean.
Are we ready?
I'm
I'm
ready.
ready.
I used to work at a salt production facility. You had one job: put salt into a bag. It paid more than average for the area. You could listen to music, great benefits, great schedule. There was a woman named Sue that was about 63 years old that worked there part-time. Everyone took it easy on her. We barely made her work. For her age and skills, also working part-time, she was making good money. Anyway, she would work Monday through Wednesday. One time, the company ordered us pizza because we had high numbers. So like a
Pizza party.
pizza party.
It's a great thing you can do as an employer. Like, I can't offer benefits. I'm not going to share my profit, but here is a $3 pizza. Anyway.
Or like a good job. Thank
Mhm.
you for working hard. That sort of thing, Trevor, not just...
Okay,
Not just not wanting to share his benefits.
sure. We'll go with that.
Anyway, they gave us this pizza Thursday.
Oh, no.
no.
She only works Monday through Wednesday.
Monday rolls around and Sue heard about our pizza party. She was livid. She marched right to HR and told them it was unfair they served pizza on Thursday because they know she doesn't work that day. She said if they didn't serve pizza that Wednesday, she would quit. Wednesday rolled around and no pizza.
Oh,
She puts in her 2-week notice. The 2 weeks are almost up and Sue can't find another job. She asks HR if she can stay.
Oh, they called her bluff.
HR says no. Last thing I heard, she had to move back to her hometown on the other side of the country. She literally quit over pizza.
Ooh. Somebody's a little bit of a hothead. Somebody didn't think that through. Ooh.
There was multiples that didn't think that through, though. Think about it. I mean, yes, I understand they gave her leeway, and she probably didn't produce as much as half these other people did. But how rude is it so that all those employees on that shift were not there? Like, you could find time to switch it.
Is she? You're right. Is she the only part-timer? That almost begs the question. Like, if everybody else there is full-time and works Thursdays, and she's the only one that was cut out.
The other
Right.
part of it, though, is that you don't know if the company actually said, hey, we're doing a pizza party on this Thursday. You are welcome to come.
Oh, that's
Because you
true,
don't know
too.
what type of hours they have. They could have just strictly a 6 to 2 or
6 to 3, 7 to 3, whatever.
Yeah.
Just a first shift.
That's true too. Maybe they only work. Maybe that's why it's Thursdays. That's the end of the week, like 10-hour days.
Mhm.
Monday through Thursday, 10 hours. She only works 3 of the 10 for whatever reason.
And you don't know if she works like a full 8-hour shift either.
Yeah. If she's the only one, I can definitely see why she'd be sour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd quit my job to the point where I financially cannot afford to live over a pizza. Obviously, she can't afford it either because the fact that she realized somewhere in that 2-week window, oh, fuck.
I just fucked myself over.
Yep.
Yeah. And you know that's exactly what happened is she marched in there and said, I'm going to quit. And they're probably like, good. They're just probably being nice. If it's a small company, which it sounds like it is, they're paying more than they should be. They probably were like, I'd feel bad firing a 64-year-old woman who's having a hard time and everybody works around her. We'd be the bad guys. And they gave her she gave them an out. And they're like, okay, sounds good. Yeah, she probably thought she was more valuable than she is. Oh God, I feel bad for her. But she created her own problem.
She screwed herself over.
Yeah,
a
apparently
little
she thinks she's more valuable than she really is. I thought it was going to be about toppings. Like they order pizza every Thursday, and then she keeps saying, "I don't like onions."
And they keep
And
ordering.
they keep ordering the onions, and she finally cracked.
Wait, if we order
Snap.
only pizza with onions on it.
Oh, that'd be a good diet thing for me. I want to lose some weight for the new year. We're recording this in January. So, yeah, maybe if what we do is instead of me
Because
trying to
then
eat
you won't eat
healthier, instead of me ordering healthier, we can order the same stuff, but you guys have to start putting onions on everything that we eat so that I eat less because I don't like onions. Maybe that's a good diet plan. Everything I eat has to have onions, which I
You
don't
burn
like.
more calories picking all the frickers off than you.
No, I'd be required to eat them, which means I would eat less because I wouldn't like it.
Or it could turn the total opposite. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, this really isn't
Isn't
that
that
bad.
No, yuck.
Uh-huh.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, I'm going to have to
Pretty
give that a
cool.
3 crispy.
Another crispy.
I don't think I would have the balls to do that, though.
She shouldn't have. She literally realized her fuck up 2 weeks later and is like, you know when I made that threat, I kind of shouldn't have. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with a 4 on that one.
I'm not going to lie. You can't blame HR for being like, no, you came in here through a fit.
Yeah.
As we were, giving you something as a reward for doing a good job.
Yeah. I could see her being sour. I do. I could see her being what the fuck, but not so what the fuck that you'd be like, quit your job. If anything, you could make it stink a little bit to the other employees. Maybe even tell HR, hey guys, I thought this was kind of bull. So if this happens again, could you just do me a favor and do it on a day I'm here, or maybe give me a warning? But don't go bursting in there like, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck the world. I'm out. Can I still get paid though? Because I need this job. So, yeah.
Baby boomers.
Right?
They all have the same attitude.
Well, thanks for,
Did you even give a bacon rating?
he gave it a 4.
I get
Oh.
a 4 slices of pizza with bacon on them.
No onions.
No onions.
No onions.
Ugh. I got an order app.
So, Trevor, what is your first news story?
I could do news.
So,
I'll
Trevor.
do the news. This is a news story. It
Sorry,
is
Misty.
at least 13 years old though. It's not a recent news.
Okay, What's your history topic of the
My
day?
history topic. All right. We are titling this one, Always Be Yourself, Unless You Can Be Dolly Parton.
None of Dolly was real.
Oh, she's actually self-proclaimed that. She says, I'm a, how does she put it? I'm a self-made woman. You can tell from my medical records. It's actually not an exact quote, but she does. She has a quote like that. So yeah, she openly admits that she's had major plastic surgery and, her hair is crazy and they're big wigs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's a great person.
She is.
Obviously there's a lot of famous people and I don't know her personally by any means, but just the stuff that she does, the money she throws to charitable things. Lily Dollywood, I guess, was actually built because that was the town she grew up in. And she said, I want to make this town something bigger if I make it big. And that's why she chose to put Dollywood there in the middle of theoretically nowhere, is because she wanted to take and like rebuild her town. And she throws money at various things, very big on the LGBTQ community. She's done... she did a couple of things that were like supporting of that. She got threats, letters and threat claims and all that. And she openly said, fuck off. I ain't backing down for shit over you people. So I like Dolly Parton. I'm a big fan. And part of that will go into this. So let's jump into my sources to start with. I have a May 2023 article from CBC News. I have a December 2021 article of Women's World magazine. That's where I got. I was just paging through my Women's World magazine that comes in every month.
You're welcome.
Checking it out. And a November 2012 ABC News article.
Explain the Lord. Us.
Why do you think my skin looks so soft? Okay.
That's where all my eye patches have been going.
And your body scrub.
And my body scrub. Look at these hands, though. Right? Just checking them out. No? Okay. Anyway. Dolly Parton once entered a Dolly Parton Lookalike Contest and lost to a drag queen.
Wow.
The first major discussion or showing of it was in her memoir book. So Dolly Parton wrote a memoir book back in 2012. And in that, she doesn't put an exact year, but she discusses that even well after she was famous, because there was a lookalike contest going on, she was in Los Angeles. And it was her and a bunch of friends just on like a trip or a vacation, or she was doing a show. I don't know. But they found out that one night while they were there at a local gay bar, they were doing a Dolly Parton lookalike contest. So she decides, guys, would it be fun if I entered this contest to see if I look like Dolly Parton? So first thing she said, though, she didn't want anyone to know. She didn't want people to like know it was her. She was going to walk out being Dolly Parton, where it's so obviously it's got to be her. So she did is she did her hair like super over the top, way bigger than normal. She took her patented beauty mark that she has and she used makeup and stuff to make it look bigger, more pronounced. I think she did some makeup to make her eyes look even bigger, like look like Dolly Parton, but not be Dolly Parton.
Right. Just enough change where she wasn't noticeable.
Yes. So she goes to this lookalike contest, and it's at a gay bar, so you wouldn't believe it. Most contestants there, not all, but most, are drag queens. And the way this whole thing was done is there were judges, but the judges' real job were not to pick the winner. They were to gauge the audience. Every contestant goes out on stage, does a little dance, little walk around. The audience applauses, hoots, hollers, all that good stuff. And they go to the next one. And the judges' jobs were really to decide who got the most hoops and hollers and applause and all that. Well, it starts going on. People are coming out there. Woo, yeah. Ooh, right. And these drag queens, the ones that do this all the time, they're good at it. Like I've been to a drag show. You guys have been to them. Some of these drag queens are amazing. The stuff they can do, the dancing they can do. They were born to be actors and actresses. Like, they're cool as hell. Dolly's turn comes. She gets up there, and she says it was the least amount of applause out of anybody. She got, like, the courtesy clap. She got, like, the... Yay. Her and her friends say that she got the least out of anybody. no doubt she was bottom of the barrel as far as people go. And as expected, somebody else who did a hell of a good Dolly Parton and really knew how to work it up on that stage whooped her ass and won. She says that nobody ever figured out. As far as I can tell, she says that no judges or anyone, she didn't come out and say, I'm the actual real Dolly Parton, because that would just not be her. Instead, they just laughed it off, went through with the night. And at the end, she says it was awesome. It was fun. And it was just a hilarious good time. And
A
she
good
did
story to keep
Mhm.
for yourself and your friends who knew that this was you, but you
Right.
lost to your own show.
You
Right.
lost your own impersonation
You
show.
lost to yourself.
Right? But yes, Dolly Parton, again, I love her. I think she's great. Her music, just so for me. It's just not my style of music. But as a person, I think Dolly Parton is one of the coolest people out there. As far as famous, rich people go,
She's a
Dolly
good
Parton's-
humanitarian.
yes, I would
Yes.
definitely agree.
And I like her music, so.
Mhm. I'm not saying I dislike it. It's just not my jam. So, psh. So that's my first story. Dolly Parton lost to Dolly Parton Lookalike Contest.
Dolly
drag queen.
Parton lost to Dolly Parton.
Yep. Somebody was more Dolly Parton than Dolly Parton was.
That's definitely crazy.
It just makes you wonder, though, that if she would have just been her normal self,
Would she have won? Or would she not have?
or would it have been the same reaction? You know?
Right.
Well, I think it would have taken away from the coolness of it to show up and be like, I am Dolly Parton. And been like, wow, that's cool. But like, we're doing a thing here. You know, I'm glad she never revealed herself. I think that makes it better, you know, instead of trying to like steal the show. And if she would have won, it almost would have been not as good of a story.
That's true.
That's true.
I'll give it a 3 crispy.
Three Crispy, thank you. Thank you.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I was just looking to see what you got. Wait. I started light. Second one's weirder.
One crispy.
I'll take a one crispy. I ain't afraid. I ain't scared.
Oh.
Oh.
I ain't scared. I don't need your approval. Are you sure you want to go a little higher? Just say.
I'll give it a 3 only because I already knew the story.
Yeah. Thanks.
That's a fun story.
That is a fun story. It's kind of cool.
I heart Dolly Parton. I gotta know the app. And we now move on to our other weird person in the room.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, weirdo.
Hi.
What's your story?
Oh. My story comes from
Comes for.
The
British are coming.
The British are coming. It comes from AP News. The title of it is A Michigan Auto Worker's Wallet is Found Under the Hood in Minnesota 151,000 miles later.
So the car had 151,000 miles, and then they found a dude's wallet?
Yep.
All right. I'm listening.
The next repair job.
I suppose it takes 151,000 miles before you have to do a repair that involves getting underneath the hood. Under the, what was it? Under the what?
It was just found under the hood.
Oh, so this is even like buried. What kind of car is this? We should get one of the 151 before they had to pop the hood on this bad boy.
I'm going to say, like,
Just let me get to the story.
Nah.
So impatient.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was totally you, weirdo.
Yeah.
So, Pittsburgh, Michigan. A retired Michigan auto worker looked at Facebook message after midnight from a stranger. Did you lose your wallet years ago?
And spam. Prank call, spam, block. Okay.
If so, a Minnesota man wrote, it was in the engine bay of a car.
see, that's why it was never found. Because, you know, there was going to be oil changes in there.
That's true.
So it's not just like sitting there. That's why I said major repair work.
So the engine bay, I mean, that's still the engine bay. That's like under the hood. Like he didn't change the spark plugs or nothing.
Oh, I believe the story will tell us exactly where he found it.
Oh, this is that part where she's nicely telling me to be quiet.
Shut the fuck up.
Why you gotta be so nosy?
It's literally a podcast where we cover weird things and get into the details of them. Okay, I'm
It's
noisy.
true.
I'm noisy. Noisy?
Both.
Okay.
Richard Gulfert couldn't believe what he was reading on his phone. A decade-old mystery was remarkably solved. Gulfert's trifold leather wallet stuffed with $15 cash, a driver's license, a work ID, gift cards totaling $275, and lottery tickets.
Oh my God, could you imagine if it was a winning lottery ticket?
911, baby.
911, it was the 911.
It was it a pick 3?
Right? I don't know about that. Turned up underneath the hood of a car in a repair shop in Lake Crystal, Minnesota. A Christmas gift from Clifford's son was suddenly a family treasure again. Big Red. As he was known at the Ford Motor Company in Michigan.
Okay.
It restored your faith in humanity that people will say, hey, you lost this. I found this. I'm going to give it back to you.
Minus some gift cards. Or the gift cards were like, here's a gift card to Blockbuster Video. One for Circuit City.
So the wallet was discovered in June by a mechanic, Chad Volk, sandwiched between the transmission and the air filter box in a 2015 Ford Edge with 151,000 miles on it. The filter box wouldn't snap back into place after the repair, he said. So I messed around a little bit and then pulled it back out, and the wallet was sitting on a little ledge where it needed to be snapped down. To me, it's a trifold wallet with $15 cash, lottery tickets, which means it's not this big anymore. And
Right.
you'd think that the little lip would be little.
Yeah, that's a usually a trifold wallet. It's pretty fat. Like there's people that get back issues from carrying that in their back pocket.
Well, because they stuff it like a woman stuffs a big purse.
So we're going to turn back the calendar to 2014 around Christmas time. Gulfert was working on the same car at the Ford factory in Wayne, Michigan. It was in a long line of vehicles that needed extra electrical work before being shipped to the dealers. So he's working in this line, doing all their stuff. Gulfert realized later that his wallet had fallen out of his shirt pocket. He was certain he lost it in a car. Which car? Nobody knows, because he worked on hundreds of them that day.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Hey guys, can we just stop the entire production line? I lost $15 in a wallet somewhere here.
We ripped through these engines.
Yeah, if we could just do this real quick.
But he's like, oh, I figured maybe it fell onto the floor of a Ford Flex. Not an Edge, but a Flex. Certainly not in the engine compartment. Gulfert said he had searched 30 to 40 cars, and his co-workers looked at dozens more, just opening the doors, looking up, looking down, looking under the seats, looking behind the seats, looking under floorboards, all that stuff. Nobody found it. I can't take too much time to look because, they have to work the line. Otherwise, the cars are going to be really backed up.
Right?
Plus, he was on the clock. No luck. Life went on. Gulfert, now 56 and living in Pittsburgh, Michigan, retired from the Ford factory in 2024 after nearly 35 years of working for the company. He had put the wallet out of his mind long ago until getting a message on Facebook where his profile said he had worked for Ford. So he never updated it.
What was his name again?
Gulfert.
Yeah, so it's a rare enough name that somebody actually did the Facebook searching.
Yep. Said he worked for the thing. Volk messaged a photo of the wallet and including the driver's license that Big Red saw a younger version of himself when his red tangled beard. So basically this guy must have had a beard.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's looking wild. Now he's older and retired.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The amazing part to me was it was so protected. Guilford said that the wallet also traced the car's history. So think about this. 11 years of rain, snow. It was in Minnesota. For crying out loud. It was in Arizona when it was bought.
Oh, so this thing's got some distance to it.
Think about how hot the transmission gets in Arizona, driving up and down roads. It's incredible. So this is just Gilbert talking about the history behind the car before this wallet had been found. Gift cards in the wallet. Cabela's, an outdoor retailer, said that $250 in gift cards remained valid, but it has offered to give him new cards anyways. Even though the ones that were in the wallet were still valid, Cabela's gave him new ones.
Well, at this point, you don't want to spend that. That wallet's got to be just a little cherished item now.
Guilford doesn't know the status of the $25 card for the Outback Steakhouse.
Well, that one's still around. We're good.
Yeah.
Actually, Outback Steakhouse is no longer around.
At least not around here.
Not here anyways.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
No, the one here close.
No, I didn't know that.
So the numbers on the lottery tickets in the wallet faded, so you couldn't read them. So they have no idea if they were ever winners. The guy, Volt, who found it says, I'm going to put everything back in it and leave it just like it is. It's going to sit at my house in a china cabinet and send it back to the member.
Oh, I
And
thought he was
then
going to keep it.
Nope. And then that member, so Gulfert, now has the wallet sitting on a shelf so his kids can see it. That how the history of this wallet has gone around the United States, 151,000 miles, multiple states, and everything is still in it. And it was in a car, never got lost. So it's weird.
It's awesome. That's a really cool story.
So that's my story.
I like it. That's a great story.
It is a good story.
Very unexpected. 151,000 miles. That's a lot of miles on a car where nothing was something just sitting there didn't fall out. Like it had to be just squeezed.
Just right that it was never shooken loose.
And
Could
then
you imagine the repair work that would have had to have been done if it ever came loose?
that's true too. Didn't fall out of the car, end of the road somewhere. How did the air filter get back in it to begin with? If he dropped his wallet while they're building it, how did the air filter get in?
Well, I'm wondering if the wallet wasn't above the air filter. When they removed it, it fell into the track of it.
Oh.
And that's how the other guy found it.
And then he couldn't get it back in.
He couldn't get it back in.
So it's wedged right. He pulls it out. It falls over.
Yep.
When he goes to put the air filter back in, it blocks
it.
Oh, good point.
So, yeah. Think about it. Car built in Michigan, went to Arizona, lived there for a while, went to Minnesota, more miles, lived through the cold, the rain, the snow, the heat. And
That wall
still
has
in,
seen some things.
Right?
I'm surprised that the only thing that faded were the lottery ticket numbers.
That's a good point. It could have started a fire. You know, there's a lot of stuff in there that someone's brand new car after a one hot day in Arizona have a car fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I give it a 4.
Yeah, I'm going to give that one a 4 as well. I like that story. It's like cute and weird.
That just sounded weird. It's cute and weird.
Well, it's a cute story, right? Right? Guy loses his wallet, thinks they're in one kind of car. They're totally not in that car. It's a different kind of car. Everybody in the factory is looking. They all forget about it. How many years later?
So the wallet was found in 2024. And
Was it
it was 2014 when he lost it. So 10 years.
10 years. Yep. 10 years later, all of a sudden, out of the blue, somebody sends you a message. I found your wallet. That's cute, right? That's cute. And it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I got an order app.
All right, Stephanie, what do you got for us?
I have 2 Reddit things again. But these are both entitled reviews.
Reviews. Oh. All right. We always ask this question whenever a review one comes up. Do we have to guess the product?
This one you might have to because it doesn't say where this one was for.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right. So you don't know the answer. We can guess, but you don't know the answer, huh?
No, but I'm just going to read the first comment to you before I read the review, okay?
All right. First comment to the review.
Yes. This has to be sarcasm, right? This person can't be this self-absorbed.
Is this one of those where a guy closed down a sandwich shop because he had band practice?
No.
Okay, that was a different episode. But
But it does.
Pterodactyl shitstorm waits for no man. Anyway, sorry.
But it is someone bitching about closing.
Oh, let's
God.
do this.
I'm ready. Bring it on.
Like I said, it doesn't say where this is located. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Ready.
All right. Close at 10. I need to buy stuff. I don't care about your families or your personal life. You are on this planet to help me buy my bean sprouts and heart cabbage. Also, why is there almost never any bean sprout in stock, you short trolls?
Oh my God.
If there's no bean sprouts, next time I'm going to be very angry.
Is this the lady with the pizza party again?
No.
This is the same one. If you don't have a pizza party for me, I am quitting. All right, so that was the whole review.
That was the whole review.
My
Bean
guess
sprouts?
is this is an all natural food store. Doesn't have what they want and knew that it closed at 4:00. Showed up at
closed at
4:15.
10. This is 10 p.m. and she wanted bean sprouts and what was
Well,
it?
then maybe
cabbage?
she
Heart
should have-
cabbage.
Heart cabbage.
Maybe then she should have been at the gym or doing whatever she was doing till 10:00.
One, I love the fact that this person said, you short trolls.
Somewhere in Michigan. Ah!
But the comment relates to the I don't care about your families or your personal life.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't care that you have places to be or things to do. Who has a craving for Brussels sprouts and heart cabbage at 10 o'clock at night? Let's add that to that question. And who wishes there were more Brussels sprouts at a store?
Bean sprouts.
Bean sprouts.
Bean sprouts.
I don't know. She sounds pretty ridiculous if you ask me.
Right?
The universe revolves around her, which means she has no kids, nor a spouse, or anything to tell her to shut up.
What if she does have a spouse? Do you feel bad for that guy?
No,
Honey-
because he would have been at the store.
No, he's sitting there at home watching TV. Honey, you wouldn't believe it. Yes, dear. They closed at 10. Yes, dear. And they didn't have any of my Brussels sprouts.
Bean sprouts.
Bean sprouts.
Why do you keep saying Brussels sprouts?
Because I don't know bean sprouts. I don't
Okay.
buy bean sprouts.
Bean sprouts are like long, like hair style things. Brussels sprouts are big.
Brown.
Oh,
You
They
know,
come
like
on a
a ball.
stalk.
Yeah, you're right. They are very different. They are very different.
One grows like a root, and the other one grows on a big stick. You know, a stick with balls.
Stick with balls. What are you trying to say, Misty?
Bean sprouts are nothing like Brussels sprouts.
Oh, okay. That's what you're saying. Just checking.
So that's the first review.
Okay.
This next one, I'm just going to read it, okay?
Mhm.
With the response from the owner.
Oh, God. Does it have to do with this one?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a different place. So the review is, took my kids there to see what it was, and it was an adult store. No good. That was a review.
And it gave a 1-star review.
Yes. Wait.
Oh, you go first.
The owner, the place is called Deja Vu Love Boutique.
That sounds like a kid's store.
What did he think he was going to do? Build a bear?
The owner responds with, hey, that guy. Sorry for the confusion, but we're strictly 18 plus.
Okay. I could understand maybe the getting confused. I could understand posting a hilarious story of, oh my God, guys, I went here, caution. But don't hurt this poor guy's business by giving a 1-star review because you don't know what the fuck a love boutique means.
One of the top comments was, I was so upset when I tried to take my kids to the dildo emporium only to find out they sell adult sex toys.
Oh my God. Oh, that's awesome.
This poor business. They got a 1-star review because a guy tried to bring
Because
his
the guy is a
children
moron.
there. Yes.
Who knows if it's even a guy? It could be a woman that's oblivious.
That's true, too. What in the name would make you say bring your children there anyway?
Love Boutique.
What was the whole name of it?
Deja vu. Love,
Deja Vu.
Love boutique.
Love Boutique. Let's say that you know nothing about Deja Vu. The guy who owns Hustler Magazine, I don't even know if he's alive anymore. He has a whole strip club business chain called Deja Vu.
Mm-hmm.
So, for one, maybe you don't know that. I'll give you that
Okay.
part and be like, for some reason. But again, nothing in when I heard the name Deja Vu says I should bring my kids to the store. And then Love Boutique. When you get that far, I think you should be like, hey, wait a minute, maybe not.
On the other hand, were they not looking? Because a lot of times you drive past these adult stores, they do have windows with lingerie, clothes. You can kind of see in a window.
That's a good point. All sex shops either look like a place you don't want to go into anyway because they look creepy
Right,
with
because
no
there's
windows.
no windows.
Did you ever go to the one in Lansing?
Yes.
Yes.
They actually have a wet shower.
But was it obvious?
Yes.
I just saw that Lansing had one, so I'm like, hey,
Yes.
wait.
But yes, I don't know anything about the word Love Boutique that says I should bring my kids here. And it either looks scary as hell on the outside, which a lot of sex shops do, or they really, like you said, they really embrace their the sex shop, and it has display windows that are appropriate if people walk by. But it's lingerie and
you know it's not going to be a
He-Man and Barbie toys.
right.
Well, maybe Barbie toys, but that's a different type of Barbie
Just
toy.
because there's a blow-up doll in the window does not mean anything. Are you trying to find it? Oh boy.
Or are you shopping for toys? Are you trying to
No, I'm not
find it?
shopping for toys.
Do we know if this is the one that they were at?
Yes, because it gave the location.
All right, let's see here. Stephanie's pulling up a picture. Okay. That as the stereotypical Deja Vu, again, the logo for Deja Vu Strip Club is a pair of like women's legs crossed, wearing fishnet stockings. And then you had Deja Vu, and then big letters, Love Boutique.
Underneath it says penis.
I believe that's what I was trying to look at.
At least that's what it looks like it says.
Stephanie's working on getting a
It
closer
says-
look at that penis word.
Puppetry of the penis.
So
Puppetry of the penis. Maybe that was a puppet shop.
either mom or dad fucked up. Needed
most
something.
definitely.
And the kids are like, what is this?
The fact that it says like, okay. I can't. So it looks like this place is on the corner and it's like a whole big building. So Love Boutique,
Is connected to the strip club.
the strip club, there's an erotic museum.
Whoa, hold on. This is a separate story. This is a museum?
Yes, this is all in one building.
That's where
There's,
the
like-
200-year-old condom is with the tattoo on it. Do you think that's where the woman's...
This picture, like in the window in big letters, it says puppetry of the penis. Not just on the sign, it's in the fucking window.
How do you not know?
that it's
like
an adult store?
Yeah, like there are so many obvious signs.
Please tell me this person does not live in the area and screwed up. And just doesn't understand. But anything that says penis in the window, what would make you want to bring your kids in there?
That's the only thing. I
Okay,
can
so
think
here's
of.
a nighttime picture, okay? But if you look over on this side, you can see where it says the erotic museum on the buildings. Lit up.
Yeah. I only thing I think of is toys. Somewhere they saw something that says large selection of toys, and that's what made them think. I don't know how on earth they would mistake it. And then to be so rude as to take this poor business and be like 1-star review because I'm a fucking idiot. Reviews matter. If you own a business, Google reviews matter, man.
See, that's the thing. I don't even think it said anywhere like large selection of toys.
That's what I mean. I don't know what would have made them think to bring children there.
How old are these kids? That's the other question. Obviously under the age of 18. But
This one picture I'm looking at, it looks like a very sketchy area. Like across the street, there's a building with a fence around it. Like a condemned building.
It is still a strip club and a sex store. They're not exactly in the greatest of neighborhoods all the time.
Where is it?
This one that the review was on was in Vegas, and it's on Sammy Davis Jr. Drive.
Oh, which means she probably ran into a bunch of hookers while they were at it.
Yeah.
I've never
it's
been
Vegas.
to Vegas, so.
Either have I. So.
I've heard from people who have gone to Vegas that there are people on the strip.
Well, yeah, it's legal in Vegas, certain parts of it. I don't know. That's another topic we'd have to research.
Get on it.
All right, guys, I'm going to do a deep dive into prostitution. And if I get arrested, I want you guys to make sure you remember that it was for research purposes.
I didn't say go that deep.
Let's just, nope. Did we do a bacon rate? We haven't gotten that far yet, have
we got sidetracked. Anyway.
We got sidetracked. Sorry. Okay, all right. Bean sprouts.
In an adult toy store.
In an adult toy store with children. Oof. I'm going to say a 4. I'll give it a 4 between the two.
I'm going to have to go for crispy.
Oh.
Just because I just can't get over how dumb a parent could be to not know
how obvious
a adult store is. I mean, maybe they went to Vegas for fun. It walked off the beaten path. I don't know, but I would hope their parents would know what the fuck it is.
That's true. It comes in one of two things. Either you're a tourist, which then you should have the normal, like, what is that? Why would we go in there? That sounds like a bad idea in a shady neighborhood. Or 2, you're a local and you should know about sex shops if you're living in Vegas, because I don't think it's very quiet in Vegas about various sex shops and strip clubs.
I would assume not.
The fact that there was a lot of obvious
signs, like legit signs.
Yes.
Okie dokie then. I got an order app.
Trevor, what's your next story for us?
My next story, I'm going to start with my sources because the title's very short and to the point. You don't get that yet, but it's funny. My first source is a May 2016 BBC News article. Then I have a November 2013 CBC News article. And one we've had before, but not the one we're thinking of, but the Mammoth Book of Weird Records by Jim Thobalt. We've had that book before. I've gotten probably 20 to 30 things out of that book altogether. It's a good book.
It's good.
Good.
It's cute.
It's good.
The title of this story is Nailed It.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give away a lot of it by just telling you the first thing. Pay attention. In 2013, an artist named Pyotr Pavlensky protested against the Russian government by nailing his scrotum to the cobblestones in Moscow's Red Square.
I'm not a dude, but that gives me that.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
What? Because he's mad at the government. What if I get mad at the government? I think about nailing my scrotum to the middle of an old road. You've never thought about no?
Well, I'm not a dude, so no, I've never thought about
Yeah, you know what? I'll be honest. As a dude, I've actually never thought about nailing my scrotum down to anything either. So
That'd be like saying the woman stapled their nipples to the telephone pole to be mad at the government.
Yeah, actually, that's a very good comparison. I think you're pretty damn accurate. When this all happened, which he walked up to the red square, there was an event going on. I think some police day or whatever they called it. He walked up to this area. He stripped down all his clothes, sat down, put a nail through his scrotum and nailed it down to the concrete, and sat there staring at his balls until the police arrived.
I would have passed out.
Yeah. When the police did arrive, they told him to get up because he's a naked man in the middle of a
Not
event.
realizing it was nailed to the ground?
Well, that's what he said. He said, "I can't," and motioned down to his testicles. At that point, the police, not sure exactly what to do, first covered him with a blanket. Next, and I really dug into this, guys, but the only thing I could find was managed to free him from the cobblestone.
As to how?
I really wanted to know. I did. Did they find the hammer and they used the claw to pull it out? Did they just kind of work the scrotum around the nail to take it off? Did they
just rip his sack off?
I really wanted to. I wanted someone to have some information about how they,
or the
quote,
ambulance
managed
showed
to
up
free.
and...
They did not call an ambulance.
Okay.
The police managed to free his scrotum, and I don't know how by any means. Then they took him to the hospital and then followed that by taking him to jail. Yeah, and I'm guessing the police weren't talking. The police weren't giving a lot of details of how big of a nail this was, or more importantly, how big of a head was on this thing, or how they pulled it back out.
Okay, so think about it. You could have many sizes of nails. You could have a drywall nail. Okay, great. He could have had a fucking railroad tie nail.
Right? Or maybe he's talking big shit and it was like a trim nail, which has almost no head on it. And pull it. Not that I want to put any type of nail through my scrotum into the ground. Maybe it was a roofing nail. It's got a big ass head on it.
Oh,
I don't really know.
Stephanie, what are you doing over there? No comments.
I think Stephanie's Googling over there.
I am Googling.
Yeah. If you,
because I want an answer.
There is a picture of him naked on the cobblestone staring down at his crotch.
He's kind of off the wall.
Oh, yeah. I'll get into his other stuff he's done before. I'll get to that.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. So
I just wanted to know, like, how, I was just looking to see how they got out.
Yes. How did they get his scrotum, quote, freed from the nail or freed from the cobblestone? I really wanted to have some detail, but nobody seemed to have said.
Which is really weird because you'd feel like they'd want to take a picture of the nail for evidence.
Well,
he did.
Yeah. So
you would almost, yeah, go on.
Like I said, they threw him in jail. 15 days later, though, a court dismissed the entire thing. The charges were, quote, petty hooliganism.
Hooliganism?
Petty hooliganism. I can't even.
Oh, you got it on the first
hooliganism.
one.
I did. I should have stuck with it.
What a hooligan.
Exactly. I was doing so good. Why did I go for a second? Man, I flew too close to the sun. Petty hooliganism. And released him. So it wasn't safe for evidence because 15 days later they decided they're going to let this guy go.
Oh, God.
He stated that it was all because a naked artist looking at his testicles nailed to the cobblestone as a metaphor of apathy, political indifference, and fatalism of Russian society. I know, but when I saw it, that's what I thought too. I don't know about you guys. When I think of a guy nailing his scrotum to the thing, I think the fatalism of the Russian society.
You mean that the society of Russians are crazy?
No, it's pretty much against the government. The government this is Russia.
How is nailing your scrotum to the middle of a thing?
Cobblestone. A
cobblestone road. Well, no matter what kind of fucking road it is.
Mm-hmm.
Have anything to stop the government from doing what they're doing.
This says he intended the visual of a naked man staring at his nailed testicles to symbolize the helplessness of a public passively allowing the government to turn the country into a police state.
Okay.
I totally got that. You just got to understand.
This is his
art.
form of protesting, is really what this is.
Yes, this is a one-man protest. One man and a nail and a hammer. Protest.
I guess that's another way of being a tree hugger.
Yeah, again, Misty is really good on the comparables now. That's the second one. This is the person who chains themselves to a tree so they don't cut down the tree.
Correct.
He just didn't have any chain and went with plan B.
I'm really surprised you used a hammer to do it and didn't just bring along a freaking air gun. Faster the better. What if he would have hit the head? He would have missed the head.
Oh yeah, when you put a
Cracked
nail
a
in,
nut.
when you're putting a nail in and you hit yourself in the thumb.
Yeah, did he take his time? Tap, tap, tap.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I've hit my thumb with an hammer before, and that really hurt. I couldn't even imagine. Ooh, that just got scarier yet.
Yep. That just makes me cringe. I think
So our artist here, by the way, he has done other similar weirdnesses before.
Oh, God.
He wrapped his naked body in barbed wire once in St. Petersburg to protest restrictive laws. He has cut off a portion of his earlobe at the Serbsky Psych Center to protest psychologic treatment of political fighters. And he also sewed his own lips shut to protest the imprisonment of members of the punk rock band Pussy Riot.
I feel like we should add his picture to
To
your
the wall.
Oh, yeah, it is actually a pretty decent picture to add to the wall. I think I could do that. I could find a spot for it. I think so. All right, remind me, we got to get his picture up on the wall here. We're going to add that to it.
Oh.
Yeah, he's, I'm not sure if he's an artist or more of a masochist. I think he's just like, man, I really enjoy hurting myself. I wonder if I could turn this into a business of sorts. I'm an artist. Do you have the picture of him naked?
No.
Nailed to the cobblestone?
I have the picture of him with his lip sewn shut.
Yeah.
But there is a
one,
picture.
Yes, there is a picture of him naked staring at his own scrotum.
Okay, so the fact that he is cut off his earlobe, sewn his lips shut, maybe the man has that neurological disease where he can't feel pain.
I would hope so.
Because
well,
stitching your lips together.
Also, he wrapped his body in naked body in barbed wire.
Yeah, that's a no.
All I cared about was finding out about the nail.
Right, that's all you
Like
were looking
getting the
for.
nail
Like, how do you get the nail? I did. I really searched. Somehow, somebody knows how they. Again, doesn't say took the nail out. It says freed him from the cobblestone.
So, this is really funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we all go down wormholes. And we know there are a few of our fans that also like to go down wormholes.
One of our fans will find the answer to this question.
Yes, if somebody wants to do a deeper dive and figure out how on earth they took this guy's scrotum and removed it, I would love to know. Or better yet, like Misty said, they kind of somehow wiggled and ripped it off, and the nail is still sitting there in the cobblestone.
Oh my God.
Yup.
Yeah.
Well, guys, what's my bacon rating on this one?
I don't know.
Oh!
I might have to give it a BLT just because it makes my skin crawl.
I don't know if it's that weird, though. Is it weird? Is this a weird story?
No, you hear about this every day. Like, I want to give it a BLT, but I also want to give it a 1 for, like, disturbance. BLT for weird, a 1 for, like, the...
1 for that. I'll take it. I like that. All right. BLT for weirdness and a bleh. 1 bleh. I'll take it.
Yeah, it is 1 blah. It's not even a 1 crispy.
It's just a...
You had to get the heebie-jeebies from it yourself.
Oh yeah. Because again, the weird part
we
is...
think it's, disturbing.
Yeah, the heebie-jeebies, if for whatever reason, to me, the scarier part is not the putting the nail in, which I'm not saying that would be fun.
I hope not.
For me, the getting the nail back out seems scarier. Because I don't know why. Because putting the nail in, you can have that initial piercing, that first pop with that hammer. It's gonna.
Yeah, but if you miss with that hammer, what do you hit?
Well, that's a good point. That's very good.
You're
point.
going to be 3 octaves higher talking.
And besides that, with medical attention, all they have to do is numb the area and then just rip that sucker out.
That's a good point. Did they leave the nail in to go to the hospital? Like when somebody punctures themselves and they leave a big stick, they leave the stick to
They
get to the
leave the
hospital
stick
so it doesn't
yeah.
bleed out.
It just
Did they
says,
leave the nail in until they got to the hospital?
from what I'm reading, it said he was covered with a blanket, the nail was removed, and he received medical attention before being taken for questioning.
Yeah. How did they take out the nail?
Could you imagine the claw? Because you have to pry this way. No matter which way you put that freaking hammer to get the nail out of the road, you're going to squish something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I'm done talking about that. It makes my nipples hurt.
I got an order app. All right. So, Misty. Misty Ray.
I'm going to end this whole thing after
high
that on a high note
Yay.
because
Blah.
This is a palate cleanser. We need
this
a palate
is a palate cleanser.
Palate
One
cleanser.
blah.
Yeah, no blah.
Blah.
This is a
Palate cleanser. All right.
I feel like I need a shot of alcohol.
My news article comes from NPR. The headline is Police Find a Missing Woman 60 years after she disappeared. But she still wants to stay hidden.
Oh, so this is better. I'm thinking 60 years after it disappeared means they found a body. Not a body.
Not a body.
So a woman goes missing for 60 years. They find her, and she doesn't
She is
want to be
still alive,
found.
but she does not want to be found.
Okay. All right.
Go on.
Go on.
6 decades after a young woman vanished from a small city in south central Wisconsin.
Ooh.
Oh, we're getting
Home base.
We're getting back to the home base here.
Authorities have found her alive and well and living in another state.
All right.
Okay.
So Audrey Beckenberg was 20 years old when she disappeared from Reedsburg in July of 1962, according to the bulletin from the Wisconsin Department of Justice.
Mm-hmm.
It says the family's babysitter claimed that the two of them hitchhiked to Madison, about 55 miles away, and then took the Greyhound bus to Indianapolis.
Did you say babysitter?
Yes,
But she was 20 years old.
her and the babysitter. Maybe she was friends with the babysitter.
Or maybe it was the babysitter when she was younger.
Well, it was the family's babysitter.
Okay, and then all right, and then
So she
a
had younger
friendship
siblings.
formed or something.
So back in
Okay.
1962, families were notorious for having more than one child. They had like 12.
Shocking.
It's because they could afford them back then. Freaking
It was the 60s.
Okay.
She said she last saw Audrey walking around the corner away from the bus stop. Audrey never returned home and had not been heard from again. So basically, they got off the bus. Audrey went around a corner and never returned home.
Oh, so she wasn't running away with this person. This person was either assisting her and knew she was like, thank you, bye, have a good day, or thought they were running away and she used this person to get out of town.
That is until now. The Sauk County Sheriff's Office announced that it had resolved the Beckenberg long cold missing persons case, saying alive and well and currently resides in an out-of-state place.
Well, at least they're being cool about it. She said, I don't want to be found. She's a grown-ass adult and was when she went missing. And they weren't like, found her in this city, in this town, at this date.
Yes. So further investigation has revealed that Mrs. Beckenberg's disappearance was by her own choice and not result of a criminal activity or foreplay.
Did you say or foreplay?
Yes. I think it's supposed to say fool play or foul play, not foreplay.
You know, foul play makes more sense because I was sitting there racking my brain. I'm like, is there a non-sexual use of the word foreplay that I don't know?
Not in your mind.
Not in my mind. I'm like, I don't think there is.
So, on how they solved the case. So, the case was assigned to the sheriff's office detective earlier in the year of 2024. For, cold cases, they get reassigned to other people for ongoing examination for cold cases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so sometimes they like to solve them if they're, how do I put it, slow?
It's a slow day at the police station. Let's go to the ones we never solved, huh?
Yes. But a lot of places now have cold case detectives.
It's like their specialty.
It's their specialty is to help with cold cases.
Mhm.
Okay, makes sense.
So the process included a thorough re-evaluation of all case files, evidence, combined re-interviewing witnesses, uncovering new insights. The detective, Isaac Hansen, told local ABC that he discovered Beckberg's sister had an Ancestry.com account.
Okay.
Which led him to new data, including the possible address. How? I have no clue, if she did not want to be found.
Yeah, how did that? Well, of course, she's 80 years old. Maybe by then she had thought nothing of it, thought no one would ever find her. She had like grandkids or someone's like, let's do your ancestry, Grandma.
Well, this is her sister.
Well, her sister did it, but that all means that hers has to be in the system. Oh, no, the police might have had her DNA from back in the day. Maybe not using it as DNA, it's 1960s, but maybe they had just hair sample or something like that.
Yep.
Well, I don't know how big changing your name was back in the 60s.
That's true, too. They weren't cross-examining. So if, let's say she went to California and she did a name change and they might have made her put it in the newspaper in California, if even that was a thing, but nobody in Wisconsin here was going to know about some random person doing a name change in California.
Isaac Hansen called the local sheriff's department, said, hey, there's this lady living at this address. Do you guys have somebody who can go just pop in? 10 minutes later, she called and we talked for 45 minutes. Hansen said he promised Beckberg that he would keep their conversation and their whereabouts private, but said she had her reasons for leaving and wanted to keep it that way.
Well, all right. You know why she left? No pizza party. Family had a pizza party on a Thursday. She wasn't invited.
She was dating someone that pooped in the shower.
Basically, he thinks she just removed and moved on from things and kind of did her own thing and led her own life. She sounded happy, confident in her decision, and no regrets.
She got a fresh start. That's what she wanted. That's what she did. And nobody can do anything about it.
So there is a little detail about what was known about her disappearance. So this will go back to a Baraboo News article published in 2002 on the 40th anniversary of Beckberg's disappearance. According to this article, which NPR obtained a copy of, Beckberg was last seen on July 7th, 1962. Picked up her backpack from the woolen mill where she worked. 3 days earlier, police received a report that her husband had abused her. She reported her husband had loaded a couple of guns and put them into the trunk of his car and threatened to kill her. Then Sheriff Randy Steeman told the newspapers this. So now these are stories of what was told to him back in 1962.
So
Okay.
rumors.
Rumors. Yeah. A story of a story of a story.
Mm-hmm.
By that point, Beckberg's family believed she had long been murdered, but was still hoping to find her body. In fact, the article says investigators had recently gotten a tip from a confidential informant that her body was allegedly buried in a rural Sauk County property, which they planned to search with forensic dogs.
Good thing they didn't.
However, the officer had spoken to the investigators who were on the original case 40 years earlier and didn't feel comfortable that she simply was a missing person.
Okay.
Doesn't make any sense. The investigators were like, we don't know if she's simply a missing person living a lifestyle somewhere else. We do know that has been no activity on her social security number.
I was wondering that. Did she use a fake number, or she somehow just never took out a loan or anything?
So there was absolutely no activity on her social security number.
Never filed taxes, or is using a fake number? How do you do that? How do you make it 60 years? Even back then.
I don't know. The sheriff's office said in the last couple of weeks that while investigators pursued numerous leads, the case eventually went cold. So, well, yeah, a case is going to go cold if you can't find somebody. Nothing is done.
Yep.
You know, back in that day.
They're not dead. She
They're
don't
not
want to
dead.
be found.
She doesn't want to be found. They don't know where she is. They don't have enough evidence, blah, blah, blah. Newspaper records, so USA Today, reported that Beckberg's husband was granted a divorce in 1963, the year after she disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
So he legitly, after her being gone for a year, was able to get a divorce without her being there.
Okay.
So he found her in Indiana?
Well, that's where she was dropped off.
That's
He
where
won't
they
say
were.
where he
They
found
won't
her.
say where she is found because she does not want anybody to find her.
Either way, 60 years. How do you
How do you hide and your social security never get a ping?
never get a ping? Which means either you're using a fake one, which at that point they might not have disclosed where she's living, but there's been some tax fraud going on for a couple of years. How has she made it this long? She's never filed. If she has never used a fake social security number, I mean, she's never taken out a loan. She's never done any application that requires a social security number to do a background check.
Maybe she only worked for cash.
She never, well, that's still tax fraud because that means she's not reporting the income. She's never filed taxes, it could be. Maybe she never had to work. Maybe she met a person down there. She lived with them. They covered all the bills.
Yeah, it doesn't say whether or not she lives with somebody else or not.
Yeah.
So she could have just legitly been.
I don't know how you go 60 years without a single ping of your social. It means she can't be getting Social Security retirement either. She's 80 years old. She's not pulling Social Security retirement because she never contributed and she obviously never applied. Or she's doing it all underneath a fake Social Security number.
I don't know.
Because even if she applied, let's say she did get married and her spouse passed and she was getting, getting widower's benefits, you still have to give your Social Security number.
Oh, I opened up a wormhole.
You did, because this is my brain just going off in nowhere.
So
now.
as far as the filing taxes, I just kind of threw in like 1970.
Uh-huh.
If she wasn't filing taxes, that means she made, like you said, work for cash, but stayed under
a certain amount of dollars.
that limit.
That's true, but that's a very low limit. Even now, it's like $600 or something like that, I think.
No, so
What is it? I don't know.
So this was 1970.
Mm-hmm.
Single persons generally were not required to file if their income was under $1,700. This threshold increased to $2,300 if the individual was age 65 or older. So like last year for 2024, it was like, I think it said 14 or 14,000.
14,000.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe she somehow is surviving under that dollar amount.
That, and you got to remember there's certain states where you're not required to file state taxes.
At all.
Also true.
So.
And not knowing where she is. Obviously, she knows what she's doing.
Oh yeah, she's obviously good at this. She's been doing it for 60 years.
Not only that, but they didn't arrest her. Because she'd be arrested for tax fraud.
Well, she might still be a referral. We don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that is intriguing. How do you hide for 60 years? And not just family looking for you, but the government looking for you. Police looking for you. And nobody finds you for 60 years.
That is one hell of a cover.
Oh, I don't know. This is a lot going on. For Crispy. It sounds small, but all these finite details are really getting into the weirdness. It's weird. For Crispy.
Thank you.
I have to go for Crispy too, because there is a lot of loopholes,
There's
but
a
it
lot of
also made me
loopholes.
forget about the scrotum for a few minutes. So.
No, she brought up the scrotum.
I tried really hard to make it a mind sweep.
A palate cleanser.
A palate cleanser. But, well, thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Very welcome. Well, that is everything we have for you on episode number 24 of the Weird with a Side of Bacon podcast. Thank you, listeners. Again, please leave us ratings. Please leave us comments. Please help us grow our little weirdo community we have going on here. We would love to get more listeners. We'd love to get more people knowing about us. If you want to send us in a story, we would also love that. If you want more of our information, you can find us on YouTube to see the recording of our videos or to see our shorts. Those are little things on YouTube, not my shorts. You can't see them. Anyway, working on, then we have Facebook Reels. We have the TikTok. We have the Instagram or the Instacart. We would love to hear from you guys. Like I had said, if you know any weird stories of your own, like to leave us a comment. Or like Becky did in the last episode where she sent us a personal story that related back, you can send it to us by email. Our email address is weirdwithsideofbacon@gmail.com. Again, that's weirdwithsideofbacon, no a.com @gmail.com. weirdwithsideofbacon@gmail.com. There you go. Remember that. Thank you, everybody. Oh, yes?
I was going to say, how do you expect them to remember it when you can't?
That's a really good question.
Sorry.
As we like to say at the end of every episode, keep it weird, because normal is just another word for boring. Thank you, everybody. Bye.